We are now into the 5th round ng ating PBA Gatorade Draft Season 48. And we will start the first pick ng 5th round. We go with Terra Firma.
Terra Firma select Dami Contapay.
Dami Contapay, who we saw in the PBA on tour, will now take his talents to Terra Firma as the first pick of the 5th round.
Sabi nga nila, as long as you get picked, there will be a chance to crack a lineup.
And Dami Contapay has improved a lot. He's actually a stretch big in the college level. He's shown that he can also compete with the best bigs in the PBA on tour. Has been improving as a player also. Very physical. So he's another big that can shoot together with Isaac Go. Of course, he's also with his teammate, JB Bayo, or former teammate rather. So that's not a bad pick for Terra Firma to get a solid big man in the 5th round like Dami.
You know why I think Dami Contapay will thrive here in the PBA, even though he's a bit undersized for his position, is because he could shoot from the outside. He cannot only shoot it, but he could also make it. He's had a lot of big games when he stint with San Beda, nailing the three. So I'm sure it's something that itong Terra Firma Jeep has seen in him. That's why they pick him in this 5th round.
And for the next pick, it'll be Blackwater. Chuck, take it away.
Second pick ng 5th round. This will be the 48th overall pick. Punta na tayo sa Blackwater Bossing.
Blackwater pick selects Daryl Baila.
Dariel Baila, who had showcased his talents already, that is a PBA D-League at PBA 3x3, now joins the Blackwater Bossing as the second pick of the 5th round.
Baila, of course, has been strutting his wares on the PBA 3x3 stage. He's also played in the D-League and is a product of Davao City.
Yeah, he played for Arellano. We also got a chance to go up against him in the NCAA back then. He's a solid big man who can score. Well, he was playing big at least on college level. May have to be converted a bit to a 3 spot perhaps dito sa PBA. But he played pretty well also sa PBA D-League.
Yes, itong si Daryl Baila, another products of the PBA on tour and also 3x3. So, medyo nakita na rin ng mga teams, you know, what he could bring in, somebody who's willing to slug it out with the rest of the PBA players.
So 2 picks are in dito sa round number 5. Let's send it back to the floor with Rain or Shine's next selection.
We keep it rolling as we move to the 3rd pick of the 5th round, the 49th overall pick. Ang pipili dito, the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters.
Rain or Shine selects Larry Arpia.
Larry Arpia going to the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. This man registered the highest vertical leap during the combine. Now hearing his name called as the 3rd pick of the 5th round.
Arpia ng San Sebastian now heading over to the Rain or Shine camp. They are really stocking up on guys they want to take a closer look at.
Yeah, just want to give him a chance and see what they could bring. Ito na naman yung sinasabi natin, yung importansya ng draft combine, because you'll get an opportunity. Yun nga sinabi ni Jut that, you know, he led yung taas ng talon. So at this level kasi, you're looking for that X factor, and then I'm sure that's one thing that Larry could really prove dito sa team ng Rain or Shine.
And lucky for them, Coach Yang is the coach, so you know you'll be given a chance one way or another.
And lucky for them, ang dami nilang dalang jacket. Kaya lahat meron. Tayo kaya, Jat, meron?
I'm not so sure. Tingnan natin kung meron pa mamaya. But now we are ready for the 50th overall pick of this draft. This is going to be a selection made by Phoenix, the 4th pick ng 5th round, and we send it over to the Fuel Masters.
Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Master select Daniel Atienza.
Daniel Atienza na naglaro na para sa Phoenix noong PBA on tour. He continues to represent the Fuel Masters as he is chosen as the 50th overall pick ng PBA Gatorade Draft Season 48.
At eto nga po, no, naglaro na dito kina Coach Jamike back in the PBA on tour. They got a close look at him. He was given an opportunity, and now he's got an even bigger chance.
Ito yung sinasabi natin that you know how Coach Jamike really appreciates those players that are really giving out their best. You know, ang dami kong narinig na good traits dito kay Atienza coming from Coach Jamike. That's why now, ito na yung balik nga dun sa binigay nitong Daniel Atienza during the PBA on tour. Somebody who's just willing to slug it out. Kumbaga ito yung umangat-ngat sa depensa eh. Pag sinabi ni Coach Jamike na talon, hindi na dalawang isip to, he's just gonna go for that.
Yan yung mga gusto ni Coach Jamike na player, no? So,
Ganyan talaga mga player, basta galing Caloocan. Mga batang kangkalu, kahit anong utos ng coach, gagawin at gagawin yan. Tayo na ng bandera. Next pick will be number 51.
With the 5th pick of the 5th round, puntahan naman ulit natin ang NorthPort Batang Pier.
NorthPort selects John Amores.
John Amores goes to the NorthPort Batang Pier as the 5th pick of the 5th round.
Si Coach Dopids pa talaga, you know, ang nag-announce. Gotta love it.
You know, Coach Pido, I mean, I've been a big fan of how he takes care of his players, you know, being part still of the NorthPort Batting Pier. And it's all about, you know, giving players this opportunity. Ito naman yung reason kung bakit, you know, Commissioner Willie Marshall really try to, ito nga yung big first time that ganito karami yung mga players that are gonna enter the draft because it's all about the opportunity.
and it's nice to see him being given another chance. You know, he's been playing in the MPBL. He's actually been playing pretty well there. So hopefully he will make the most of this opportunity. Hopefully he can find the spot. Here's the NorthPort team.
That is the hope. To try and resurrect his basketball career. Let's see what this kid can do on the grandest stage of basketball dito sa ating sulok ng mundo.
Yeah, you always have to look at talent still. Yun na nga sinabi natin that, you know, he's really somebody who has the talent. He has the skill. Kumbaga, ito nga yung malaking opportunity for him to really showcase not only his skill but at least an opportunity again to get back into basketball.
For the 52nd pick, let's send it back to the stage.
We are now in the 6th pick ng 5th round of the PBA Gatorade Draft Season 48. Ang pipili ngayon, the NLEX Road Warriors.
With the 6th pick of the 5th round, NLEX selects Lorenzo Navarro.
Renzo Navarro, who we had seen from San Sebastian, from LPU, now with the NLEX Road Warriors as the 6th pick ng 5th round of the PBA Gatorade Draft Season 48.
Gusto ko sa NLEX, hindi pa man officially a rookie, pinagtatrabaho na.
Ang bata ni Coach Topex to si Lorenzo Navarro, a very good guard, you know, one of the leaders. He's a leader. He can shoot. He's got great range. Played really great basketball for LPU in the NCAA just this past season.
Yeah, Lorenzo Navarro is really I mean, if you're looking for somebody who's really a pass-first guard, you know, it doesn't also mean that he couldn't score because we've seen how far the range of Lorenzo Navarro is, and I'm so excited for Renzo being given the opportunity by NLEX.
Standing at only 5'8", kailangan doble kayo din, no, to earn your niche, to earn your spot on this stage.
Yeah, he was really impressive when he's run with NLEX. That's why yun na nga, eto na yung opportunity na inaantay niya. He's really earned his worth dito sa koponan ng NLEX.
So Lorenzo Navarro will get a chance over with Coach Frankie and the rest of the Road Warriors. Converge will be picking next, right, Jet?
That's right. Diretso na tayo to the 7th pick of the 5th round, 53rd overall. It will be made by the Converge Fiber Xers.
Converge Fiber Xers select Rinwil Yambing.
Renwil Yambing will go to the Converge Fiber Xers as the 7th pick of the 5th round.
Another one of those 6'3" forwards coming out of San Sebastian. Rinwil Yambing Is there a spot still for a 6'3" forward, or do you have to develop into more of a tweener?
I think with Yambing, you can be patient with him. You know, we're very familiar with his game. He's a great shooter, can really jump, very athletic, very long. I still consider him a bit of a raw talent, but I know the team manager, Jacob Lau, Coach Alden, they've been fond of him. He's been training with them for a while, for months now. So he's been somebody that's been on the radar for some time. So I'm not surprised that they picked him. And, you know, who knows, that maybe he can find a spot on the team and give them some size, a wing spot.
When I look at Rim William Bing, it reminds me of you know, a young Alain Maliksi. You know, for the people that hasn't seen him play, he used to play for the San Sebastian Stags, and I remember sa isang game he scored like 30 points.
Yeah.
You know, shooting well from the outside. So this is really a good pick for Converge.
So yung potential nando doon no? Tignan na lang natin kung mga-unlock ng tuluyan yung consistency para dito kay Yambing for pick number 54. Let's send it back to Sulit.
It's gonna be Meralco choosing for the 8th pick ng 5th round ng PBA Gatorade Draft Season 48. So the Bolts will make this pick.
The Meralco Bolts select Jesse Sumoda.
Jesse Sumoda mula sa San Sebastian will now go to the Meralco Bolts as the 8th pick of the 5th round.
Nagsusunod-sunod na yung mga taga-Legarda late in this draft. Jesse Sumoda Jr. going over to the Meralco Bolts.
Yes, Jesse Sumoda is a 6'5" banger. You know, he's a lefty. You know, he has a sweet spot. You know, he could really at least give you a bit of heft, you know, in the paint. And I'm sure he's really also waiting for this opportunity for his name to be called.
Yeah, he's been a very physical guy, one of the enforcers of Paste, one of the leaders also of their team. As you said, nice touch, decent post game, but very physical inside. It would be nice to have him around the Meralco team, maybe work his way up, start in either 3x3, be practice player until he can find a spot. But again, it's not too easy to find big men, and you know, when there are big men like him, teams are willing to take a chance or at least give him an opportunity to take a look at him.
Laking bagay no, not to get disheartened at this point of the draft dahil nga merong PBA 3x3 din naman eh. So even if you don't think you can crack any of these lineups pagdating sa limahan ng PBA, the coaches, the management getting to take a closer look at you, eh merong mga nasa 3x3 pumapanig dito, baka meron ka rin paglagyan dyan.
You know, Magu, you just have to be patient, you know, waiting for that opportunity. You have to always be ready. You know, kailangan talaga excited ka to always show up in practice.
Jut?
The 9th pick of the 5th round will be made by the Magnolia Chicken Templados Hot Shots. We'll turn over the floor now to Magnolia.
Magnolia Chicken Templados Hot Shot select Warren Bonifacio.
Warren Bonifacio is chosen by the Magnolia Chicken Templados Hot Shots. Siya yung 9th pick in the 5th round, 55th overall in the PBA Gatorade Draft Season 48.
The 6'4" Mapua Cardinal Warren Bonifacio being selected here by Magnolia.
He's been a great player for Mapua since his high school days, winning a championship with them. He's been their main cog. A little bit undersized, I'd say, as a center, playing in the PBA, but if he can convert to maybe be a power forward, I mean, he's physical, has heft, can bang bodies, also has a nice, really nice mid-range touch, and he's also tough as nails, so, you know, kind of fits into the way Magnolia likes to play.
And I'm sure Coach Chito Victolerio have seen itong si Warren Bonifacio ko because he's been helping out itong si Coach Randy Alcantara with the Mapua Cardinals. So I'm sure ang daming magagandang potential na nakita itong si Coach Chito Victolerio dito kay Warren Bonifacio.
So Bonifacio will be strutting his wares doon sa Magnolia Hot Shots. Another one of those bigs coming out of Pampanga. Let's see if he can crack the lineup or maybe even sa PBA 3x3, di ba? Pick number 56 is already in and Jut knows the answer.
Ang pipili naman ngayon, we go back to Barangay Ginebra for the 10th pick of the 5th round.
Barangay Ginebra selects Branray Bienes.
Branray Bienes, a product of the FEU Tamaraws, will now be the newest resident of Barangay Ginebra as the 10th pick of the 5th round.
At 6'3", a product of the Batangilas under-18 team, has really a lot of potential in him.
For sure, and he was a former player also of Coach Olsen Racela, so there's familiarity there once again. He was one of the main forwards for FEU back when he was still playing for them. Obviously, he has been playing in the MPBL, and he's a solid forward.
Route 2, the earliest pick of Barangay Ginebra, helping out etong si Branray Bienes. That front court rotation of Ginebra definitely tough. Let's see if he can crack that lineup. We've got one last pick remaining. Dito sa round number 5, so let's get right to it.
To close out the 5th round, making the 11th pick netong round na to, it will be the 57th overall in this entire draft. We turn it over to the San Miguel Beermen.
The San Miguel Beermen select Camilius Altamirano.
Itchy Altamirano goes to the San Miguel Beermen as the 11th pick of the 5th round.
I'm actually surprised na available pa for the very last pick of round number 5 etong si Ichi.
Yeah, Ichi Altamirano, a product of the San Sebastian Golden Stags. He's really been a solid guard, also a backup before with Coach Egan Macaraya. Kaya maganda rin yung background nitong ni Ichi Altamirano. He's a good defender, a backward defender. He shows a lot of physicality, and I'm sure, he's somebody that could really help itong roster nitong SMB.
Very tough player. He started out mainly as a defensive guy, but really developed his offensive game. Even last season, he became one of their leading scorers, and he was the leader of their team together with si Jesse Sumoda, of course, a former teammate of his, si Alain Mulanadi there, and giving him a nice pat.
So let's see if Ichi can show what he's got as he tries to crack that San Miguel lineup. It's going to be a tall task with all of the greats still in that roster. At this juncture, silipin na natin what actually happened in the last couple of rounds, starting with round number 4. Of course, natural order na tayo with Terra Firma picking first. Tommy York Olivario going to the Jeep. Blackwater took in Archie Concepcion. Jose Carlos Collar going to Rain or Shine. Samantalang ito si John Lloyd Clemente is now with Phoenix. Northport, on the other hand, went with Fran Yu. NLEX picked Francis Yusani. Converge went with King Daniel Carilipio, while Zach Wang was plucked by Meralco. TNT was the first franchise to pass. Magnolia took in Ray Anthony Peralta, while Franz Abuda was picked by Coach Olsen Racela. And then San Miguel went with Jason Castro Apolonio. Binilisan ko na may sa akin. 5th round natin, Coach Ross.
Sa akin mo binato, ah. Of course, Terra Firma with Dami Contapay. Si James Baila with Blackwater. Rain or Shine takes Larry Arpia. Daniel Atienza goes to Phoenix. John Amores goes to Northport. Renzo Navarro goes to NLEX. Converge takes Yambing. Meralco gets Sumoda. Magnolia gets Warren Bonifacio. Ginebra gets Branray Bienes. And San Miguel will get Ichi Altamirano.
And just like that, we are on the cusp of round number 6. Dire-diretso na tayo dito.
Magsisimula ng round number 6 with the first pick in this round, the Terra Firma G.
The Terra Firma Jeep select Kenneth Villapando.
a product of San Sebastian, Kenneth Villapando, goes to the Terra Firma Jeep as the first pick of round 6 ng PBA Gatorade Draft Season 48.
Told you, San Sebastian getting a lot of love here, Coach Charles and Coach Lovax.
Yes, itong si Kenneth Villapando, a solid wing. He has the ability to really go up, with his leaping ability. He could shoot well from the outside. He has the length to really cover a lot of ground defensively.
Yeah, I think he's an athletic wing. Very good shot blocker for a wing or for a guard even. Would always defend the best players of the opposing teams. Has been working on his outside shot. Has really developed that a lot. So, not bad for Terra Firma to get him. And he may have a legitimate shot to make the roster and contend for a spot there, I believe.
Yan ang aabangan natin pagdating ng November 5 when the next season of the Philippine Basketball Association will open up. Jut.
The next pick belongs to the Blackwater Bossing.
Black Bossing pass.
Blackwater has officially passed in this draft. We move over to the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters.
The Rain or Shine passes.
Nagpass na rin po ang Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. That means the second pick, the next pick at least, will be with the Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters.
Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters select Jose Norberto Gomez Deliano.
Joe Gomez Deliano goes to the Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters as the second pick of the 6th round, 59th overall in the PBA Gatorade Draft Season 48.
We're going to get another GDL in the PBA.
Another one of the product of that great basketball family. I actually thought he would go to Terra Firma and play alongside his brother, but as it is, Phoenix was selected. He's a very athletic wing. I've seen him really work hard in his game throughout the pandemic. He's had his share of injuries too, but it's nice to see him play well, play in the MPBL. Give us a lot of highlights too. They're all pretty athletic.
He's another one of those UPIS boys, right?
Yes, he has a lot of experience, obviously. Kaya nga, ito nga, the opportunity that he has now with Coach Jamike, I'm sure it's something that he will hold on to.
So Jose Norberto Gomez Deliano will be given a shot here by Phoenix Super LPG. At ito na nga po yung mga aabangan natin come November 5 kung sino-sino yung mga makakapasok sa final lineup. So 3 teams have already passed. Nauna yung TNT, and then Blackwater and Rain or Shine just passed back-to-back. Let's see what NorthPort has up their sleeve.
NorthPort will be making their pick with the third pick of the 6th round, the 60th overall pick. Let's hear it from the Batang Pier.
In the 6th round of the PBA draft, NorthPort selects Jan Sobrevega.
Jan Sobrevega will go to the NorthPort Batang Pier as the 60th overall pick of the PBA Gatorade Draft Season 48.
One of their PBA 3x3 guys will be heading over to the main event, to the big stage dito sa ating PBA.
Yeah, he's played for UE back when he was in college. He's from Bacolod, as you can see. He's a solid guard, pretty athletic, can score, good transition player. And again, it shows how important that PBA 3x3 is. When you are able to perform and play well there, your teams are willing to give you a chance to take a look at you and give you a shot at making their roster.
So that's the third pick of the 6th round, Jan Gabriel Sobrevega. Up next, it'll be NLEX. And as we clear the stage, let's hear the pick.
NLEX will be making their pick next in the 6th round. Let's hear it from the Road Warriors.
The NLEX Road Warriors pass.
NLEX has officially passed on their selection para sa 6th round, and for the remaining rounds of this draft, diretso na tayo sa Converge Fiber Xers.
For
The 7th pick, Converge Fiber Xers select Cameron Vegan Fleming.
Cameron Fleming, chosen by the Converge Fiber Xers as the 4th pick of the 6th round and 61st overall ng PBA Gatorade Draft Season 48.
You know, Converge has some plans here. They are coming up with some surprise picks late.
Cameron Fleming's a guard. I've heard about him before from a foreign coach. He's been training him. I'm sure, you know, he's from California. Listed as 6'5". Has some size there, but he's a solid guard, I believe. Can play both the 1 and 2 spots. I think he considered coming here to play college ball before deciding to stay back home in the States.
He is from Irvine, California. Listed actually as Cameron Vegan. Let's see how he fares with Converge. Next pick, Judd.
After Vegan goes to the Converge Fiber Xers, puntahan natin yung Meralco for the 5th pick of the 6th round.
The Meralco Bolts select Sean Jackson.
Sean Jackson goes to the Meralco Bolts as the 62nd overall pick ng inyong PBA Gatorade Draft Season 48.
We were actually talking about Sean Jackson early on before the draft started.
And for sure, we mentioned about his athleticism, how he's a really great athlete. Maybe a bit raw, may lack the experience, but if you're willing to take a risk on him and develop him, you know, Meralco, they're very good at developing their players too. And who knows what kind of a player he can become. He's the youngest guy in this whole PBA draft, so still has a lot of time ahead of him.
You know, I'm sure Meralco has plans for Sean Jackson in the future. Ito nga, challenge for him to really show his, you know, what he's worth. You know, being picked 6th round could be an inspiration for you to really always making sure that to let everybody know that he belongs in the PBA.
So Sean Jackson realizing the first part of the dream, which is to hear your name be called. The next one, of course, is to actually sign a contract to formally make the team.
Yeah, obviously he's athletic. You know, he's really shown his wares, just like what Coach Charles mentioned. He's a bit raw right now, but you know, investing in a player like him, I'm sure he's really gonna be, you know, learning with the rest of the players of Meralco.
So that was pick number 62. Magnolia is up next.
As he said, Magnolia naman ang pipili ngayon with the 6th pick of the 6th round.
Magnolia Chicken Templados Hotshot select Christian Bonyag.
Christian Bunyag, who had played for their PBA 3x3 team, aangat ngayon sa main lineup na Magnolia Chicken Templados Hotshots.
Another Mapua Cardinal getting drafted here. Nasa round number 6 na nga po tayo. And as Judd mentioned, he has been representing Magnolia as part of the Pure Food squad dun sa PBA 3x3.
You know, at 6'7", you'll never go wrong. I mean, just giving him the opportunity, you know, nabigyan na nga siya ng chance sa 3x3. And now it's time for him to really prove his worth dito nga sa regular team ng Magnolia Hotshots.
He was always a solid player as a center for Mapua. We go up against him, and it's nice to see him being given a chance. Obviously, as you said, I agree. You know, big men you can still develop. They're worth taking a chance on, and if you may know, who knows, you may find a diamond in the rough that you can just polish and mold to be a solid PBA player one day.
So Christian Bunyag will have a shot. Let's see how he does in training camp. 4 teams have already passed We've got 2 more teams remaining here in the 6th round. Let's get it. Let's go right to it, Jeff.
We're looking for the 7th pick in the 6th round. Puntahan muna natin ang Barangay Ginebra San Miguel.
The Ginebra San Miguel passes.
And Barangay Ginebra is already happy with their picks. Nagpass na sila here in the 6th round. That leads us to the selection of the San Miguel Beermen.
San Miguel Beermen select John Gob.
J-Boy Gob goes to the San Miguel Beermen as the 7th pick of the 6th round, the 64th overall pick ng PBA Gatorade Draft Season 48.
Another UP boy getting selected here at 6'7". John Gob will have his time to try and shine.
He's been playing in the MPBL trying to develop his game. I remember him in UP. His timing was just, nung time niya dun, puro big man din, nakapwesto niya lahat. I believe he also had some injuries back then. But again, he's made a name for himself here playing in the MPBL, being given an opportunity to play. And as Coach Topix was just pointing out in the previous selection, when you got a big man that size, it's worth taking a risk or taking a gamble on.
Yeah, JV Gob, obviously yung injuries kind of slowed down.
Yes.
Yung kanyang growth, but I'm sure with this, he's young, he's still tall, so I'm sure it's still a good investment para sa koponan ng SMB.
And that'll do it for the first 6 rounds.